Hi everyone, welcome back to Cooking with Teacher Pat. Today I'm going to teach you guys how to make a typical summertime dessert that they serve in Taiwan, and that's ayu bean. It's made with the ayu jelly, and we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, the recipe that I have, I'm not sure if it's the most authentic, but I learned it from a Taiwanese person. So it tastes pretty true to me, and I've looked online for several recipes, and it's all pretty much the same thing. So thanks, Debbie, for this recipe. I still remember it after 20 years. So just to give you a little bit of a background of what ayu jelly is, ayu is actually a fruit that's almost like a fig, and what you do is you have to remove all the skin on the outside and you're left with all these seeds. And what you do is you put it in a bag and you put it under water and you smash it, and as you smash it, this gel-like consistency will come out, and also it colors the water kind of yellow. So and it'll start solidifying like a jello. Today we're not going to do that. We're actually going to be doing a super shortcut version, and we're going to be using canned ayu jelly. So let's get started. Okay, parents, so the first thing you're going to need is a can of ayu jelly. I found this in the, I believe it's like the Filipino or international aisle of the grocery stores, but anywhere that you can find like grass jelly or shenzhao, you'll find this. Don't be scared just because it's a can. It's actually pretty legit. The next thing that you're going to need, which is totally optional, is a bottle of coconut jelly or nata de coco, and I went ahead and drained it and rinsed it, and they look like this. Now, they do have a fairly chewy consistency, so if you're going to give these to your children, and they've never had it before, I would definitely let them try it out first and teach them how to eat it to prevent choking. Whenever I feed this to my son, I never let him eat it unsupervised. I'm always the one to give it to him. And the next thing you need is lemon juice, juice of about 2 large lemons here. And I saved the pulp for a reason. I'll show you a bit later. And then the last part is you need a sweetener. Typically it's made with white sugar. Sometimes it's made with brown sugar. I like to do a combination. I usually love to put honey. Since it has lemon in it already, why not add some extra nutrients from honey, right? Or I would do brown sugar. So if I do brown sugar or honey, I always make sure to put a little bit of white sugar in there. It gives it like a different kind of a sweetness than honey or brown sugar has. So today I'm going to be doing honey and white sugar. So the first thing you want to do is carefully open your can of ayu jelly and dump out the jello. Careful with the lid. And what you want to do is you want to rinse it off because it has some residual liquid. And look how bouncy that ayu jelly is. I'm just using a plain old butter knife to cut it. Look how easy it slices. It's about 1/2-inch slices. And then the next part you want to do is cut them into cubes. You can easily do it in your hand like I'm doing. If you want to do it on the cutting board, please feel free to do that. And then you want to continue doing that until they're all cut. Now, if you want your kiddos to help, you want to use I use a plastic knife for Austin. I first showed him how to do it, and then of course this guy just cannot wait to eat a piece, so here goes one for him. And then let him do it. Let him try, and they're not going to cut it perfect, and that's okay. If you have an OCD about everything being the same size, you might not want let your kids to do this part. But my kid loves to get his hands in his food and everything, so it encourages him to eat his food, especially if he helped out in making it. So not too bad for a almost 3-year-old kid, huh? So, well, I had to tell him to go buy, otherwise he'll eat all the jello. So I realized the first one I cut was actually too big. So I'm cutting these ones a little smaller, and I also cut the ones that were already cut inside the pot. That's a pretty good size. If you want to cut it smaller, please go by your family. Next is the coconut jelly. Give it a good mix. Remember, I drained and rinsed them. And the next thing I'm going to do now is work on my honey and sugar water. So I'm scooping about roughly 2 tablespoons. I mean, I'm eyeballing it, so. But if you want precise measurements, probably about 2 tablespoons. And then I'm going to help it melt by putting in some hot water, just a little bit. If you have one of those instant hot water boilers, this is where you want to use it. And actually, as I started mixing it, I realized that it wasn't hot enough, so I actually popped it in the microwave for about 30 seconds to help it melt faster. So you can see I'm kind of struggling there. It's not completely melting. So there you go after the microwave. And now I'm adding about 1 tablespoon of white sugar, roughly. More if you want it sweeter. And you want to stir until it's all dissolved and mixed. And then after it's all nicely dissolved, you want to add about a cup of cold water. And mix it all in. And then now I'm going to put in my lemon juice. Now, that's 2 large lemons. It's about 2/3 of a cup. So I only put in half. And then I gave it a try. So that's about 1/3 of a cup. And then it wasn't sour enough. So I just put in like another tablespoon. So just go by your taste. And then this part's totally optional. But I like to put some of the pulp from the lemon juice that I squeezed. Be careful not to get any seeds or the membrane of the lemon in there. But this way people know what they're eating. Exactly, that they have fresh lemons in their dessert. So, and it gives a nice little lemon flecks in there. So I like a little bit more. I like mine more tart, so I'm going to use more lemon. So if you don't like your desserts too sour, then please put less lemon. And in it goes. And look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, refreshing dessert / drink. I gave it a try, and it tasted good. It's done. That's it. Wasn't that super fast? Like not even 10 minutes, 5 minutes. The hardest part was opening the can and juicing my lemons. So now's the hard part. For the best way possible to eat this, let it chill in the refrigerator for 2 to 3 hours, maybe even overnight if you have that time. But if you just cannot wait, what I would do, because remember we put some hot water in that sugar, the sweetening water first. So this is not cold. So what you want to do is, look at how beautiful this mixture is. Doesn't that look so refreshing? I love eating this on a hot day. So all you do is you scoop it in your bowl. And that lemon juice and the sugar water that we did really complements that IU so well. And then I have some ice that I pulverized in my food processor, and it looks like a shaved ice almost. You can totally do this. You can just do a few cubes of ice in there to cool it down. That would totally work. Now, if you do it this way, just remember that ice is going to water down your IU bean. So you might want to think about making it a little bit more tart or a little bit more sweet if this is the case. So then that's it. Let's give it a taste. I'm going to go call Austin to come over and try it out. That's lemon. Is it yummy? Uh-oh. Ooh, lemon. Ah, sour? Here. It's okay. Eat a Jell-O. Ooh, that's lemon here. There you go. Is it yummy? Good. I think he likes it. Give it a try, parents. You can easily double this recipe. Bye. If your kids are gonna like it like how I did as a kid, I would definitely double this recipe. It's so easy to eat this. Everyone's gonna love it. Bye.